Hello again, this is Robert, and as you can see, I'm back on the PCC Linux system, SYCCUXAS01. And if you'll notice, I have two terminal windows open this time. And I've done that for a reason, and having two or more terminal windows open at the same time can save you a lot of time when you are switching back and forth between your source code file and the compiler. I modified my Hello World program, and I actually created an error, and I did it on purpose because I wanted to show you what happens when you try to compile a source code file that has an error in it. So let's go ahead and I'll do cat helloworld.cpp just to see what's included in there. And you can see right here that the semicolon is missing from that cout statement. So I'll go ahead and I'll do G++ and I'll do helloworld.cpp, and then I want the output file to be called hello world. Well, there was an error in my code, right? Which means that I have to open up Nano and track down, let's see, line 8, column 2, right there. Okay, so the GCC compiler, I'm sorry, G++ compiler, when it locates an error in your code, it tells you to the best of its ability where the error happened. And so G++ thinks the error happened on line 8. And it's expecting a semicolon before return. So if I open Nano and modify the file, and then I have to quit Nano and come back to the terminal window and then recompile my program, I would have to switch back and forth if I only have one terminal window. So I'm going to show you a way that you can speed things up. So I'll go ahead and launch Nano here. And also Nano helloworld.cpp so that I can modify my file. And then let's say that I go down to line 8 and if I want to know what line I'm on, I can see down here in the commands that I can find out my cursor position by doing Control-C. So this is line 7, column 10, right? So in actuality, the error wasn't on line 8 like G++ thought it was actually on line 7, and that's pretty common, right? Visual Studio and Xcode will do the same thing. So I'll go ahead and I'll put in the semicolon there. Now I could go ahead and quit the program, but rather than quit the program and run GCC in this terminal, all I'm going to do is Control-O, and then I'm going to, so I wrote the file, and rather than switch to, quit Nano, I'm going to switch to my other terminal window here. If you'd like to launch a new terminal window on Mac OS, all you have to do is shell new window, and then just new window with basic settings. That will create a new terminal window for you. If you are using PuTTY, then just relaunch PuTTY, and then you'll be running two PuTTY sessions on Windows, and it's basically the same thing. You'll have two PuTTY terminal windows open, and then you can switch back and forth between those two. Okay, now I can go ahead and go G++ hello world.cpp -o hello world. Okay, and now it compiles properly. Let's go ahead and we'll put a mistake back in our program, and then okay, so then I'll output that, and now let's say that I made some changes and I don't think I made a mistake, but I actually do have a mistake, right? So then I come back to my other terminal window. I don't even have to retype all of this because that command is the very last one I typed. So all I have to do is hit the up arrow key, and there it is. So then I try to compile it again. Now it thinks the error is on line 9. So I switch back to my Nano program. I add the semicolon back in, Control-O, come back to my other terminal window, up arrow, and now it's fixed. And remember, if I want to run it, all I have to do is // and then the name of the program that I created, and it runs. Okay, so that's a little trick that you can use to make writing your code go quite a bit faster.